Host Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. China is lifting the inbound travelers' quarantine restrictions as well as dropping the last COVID restrictions, all of which is boosting commodities, particularly beans. Soybean closed up 25 cents yesterday, while corn ended the day 8 higher. In Kansas City, hard red winter wheat closed 3 by the bushel higher. Corn's getting much of the strength from Argentinian weather as they've gotten some rain, but not nearly enough. In the new forecast for the next 10 days to 2 weeks are warmer and drier than normal. The Argentine corn crop was rated 15% good to excellent compared to 76 good to excellent last year at the same time. USDA reports overnight sales of nearly 7 million bushels of U.S. corn to Japan. Corpus Christi's public elevator in Archer Daniels Midland is open for Milo trucks this week through Friday, 8 to 2:45. The Andersons and Cargill Houston are not open for Milo this week. For help marketing your grains, it's Tuggle & Company Corpus, 361-852-5207. I'm on the line with Stephen. He's in the outside sales department at D&D. Stephen, when I look out there, I see lots of deer blinds and feeders. Talk to us about them.
Larry, now is the time to get a blind or a feeder from us here. We carry All Seasons, Lamco, The Judge. We also carry Atascosa and T-Box deer blinds.
Tell everybody how to contact you at D&D.
You can reach us here at 830-379-7340, extension 260.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves from yesterday. We'll begin with the National Pork Carcass Cutout value for Wednesday afternoon, $2.25 weaker, mainly driven by the bellies and the picnics at $88.67. Federally inspected hog slaughter reported 991,000 head meeting the knife for the week through Wednesday. Neighbor, as we look toward the beef side of the meat equation, USDA's wholesale box prices were mixed in the afternoon on Wednesday. Choice box down 63 at $279.41. Select box 164 higher at $247.28. Choice ribs were quoted at $543.81 to the selects $360.24. USDA estimates weekly cattle slaughter 262,000 head through Wednesday. Looks like we saw limited cash activity in the western corn belt. A few traded at 158, but not enough for a market test. Neighbor, looks like that's it for meat moves for yesterday. I'm on the line with George Wackel from Wholesale Steel San Antonio. Now, George, the company is family-owned and operated. How does that influence a customer's buying experience when they walk in the door?
Oh, when you come in the door, you get welcomed by the people in the front office, and we have the guy outside that when you come in, and you get treated like family, not like just some random person trying to buy something. You get treated like your family. You get welcomed when you walk in the door.
George, talk to us about the lifetime warranty on your livestock panels.
The lifetime warranty on the panels is just exactly what it says. You buy the panel. If your bull or calf or something can break them panels, you bring them back, and we exchange them. No questions asked. We know what our panels look like, and we know our stock.
You advertise yourself as wholesale to the public. How would that benefit the client?
Wholesale to the public means you get the same cost of the panels that give to everybody else. Markup of the third middleman. We make the panels and we sell them directly to you. We do have vendors, but they get the same price as you.
George, we've talked about the 150-pound weight of the panels. That's important, correct?
Oh, yeah, we're working in the pasture. If you got some rough stock in there, the weight of them panels will help keep them down and keep them in place. You get some that are trying to push you out of the way. You got something there between you that's strong enough and durable enough to keep them where they need to be.
George Wackel, give us your address and telephone number.
It is 18840 State Highway 16 in South San Antonio near Somerset, 210-624-2000.
Neighbor, now it's time for today's edition of Focus on Ag with my friend Tom Nicoletti. Tom, what are we talking about?
Small management changes to improve soil health and water quality. I'm Tom Nicoletti with Focus on Agriculture on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. My guest today is Zach Carlson. He is agronomy manager with Sound Agriculture. And Zach, tell our listeners a little bit about what Sound Agriculture does to provide crop farmers across Texas and the nation.
Yeah, so Sound Agriculture is really based on trying to create a more resilient food sources and kind of feedstuffs across the United States and really reduce the dependency on a lot of synthetic nutrients that are out there. We have a product called Source, which is a chemistry, it's a biochemistry that activates the natural soil microbes in the soil to start fixing the nitrogen out of the atmosphere and also liberating the phosphorus that's tied up based upon soil characteristics.
Now, you folks work across a wide array of crops, right?
Absolutely. So we started in corn, we expanded into soybeans, and brand new this year for 2023, we're expanding into cotton, alfalfa, grass hay, and wheat. So we're super excited about getting into those crops, and we've done a lot of research on them. Cotton, especially for the Texas market, is absolutely massive, and we're fixing to get into a very nice kind of position, both affect total yields and tonnage, and also the lint quality.
Rising fertilizer costs have really hit farmers everywhere this year. How can you hope to alleviate that issue?
So if we can both go after soil health with not putting as much synthetics out there, and also reduce the inputs that are needed from the bank account by applying Source and get a 3 times benefit on the top side, then I think that's a tool that the growers need to start looking at, especially right now in these, like you said, high nitrogen, high input sides.
That is Zach Carlson with Sound Agriculture. I'm Tom Nicoletti with the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
We are on the line with Jim Wheeler. Jim, I wished you a Merry Christmas. I'm sure you had that, and I'll extend my New Year's wishes to you also. What have you been doing during this holiday?
Breaking water troughs.
Yeah.
Breaking the ice off water troughs.
Yeah, it got pretty thick down there?
Yes, sir. It was about 3 inches thick, and some of those little half rounds we got that are 2 foot long, they were pretty much solid.
Yeah, I can imagine. They'd get real cold real fast.
Yes, sir.
We talked about the wheat and the oats, and I told you I thought it probably looked like an old man's hair. Is that about right?
Yes, sir. They got burned a little bit in the cold snap we had. I think we had 4. I think the worst night was like 19, 22, and then like 27 and 32, I guess it was last night.
Yeah, and no moisture since I spoke to you last?
No, sir, and we're sure in need of it.
All right.
Inch and a half of rain would be beautiful right now.
Oh, yeah. And I guess, too, the folks that had grazed their oats down a little bit did better than the ones that didn't have any cattle on it?
Correct. We had some about 4 or 5 inches tall we were going to turn in on, and we just had to move the cattle.
Uh-huh.
And, they kind of burn them pretty good.
Yeah. Do you think it'll come back?
I sure hope so. I think it will if we get a little moisture on it.
All right. Well, we'll pray for that. Now, we are going to come back after the holiday, and you said the first sale will be when?
First sale will be January 3rd, and we will be open on Sunday the 1st to receive cattle. If anybody wants to work cattle on New Year's Day, we'll be ready for them.
All right. Jim Wheeler, Atascosa Livestock, getting ready for this next new year. Y'all have a good one. We'll do our best to help you. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
All right. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. We're on the line with Doug Bass from Cattleman's Columbus, but we're getting ready for a special Columbus, and it's going to be a good one, right, Doug?
Yes, sir. We've got quite a selection of cattle, Mr. Larry. We've got about 35 bulls. Got some Charolais, Hereford, Brangus, Angus, Beefmaster bulls. And we've got a real set of cows back there, probably 1,150 to 1,200 cows. Just super good set of cows. Probably 150 good black F1 cows, 5 and 6 year old cows bred up to 44 Farms bulls. Got a heck of a good set of F1 Tiger Stripe bred heifers and pairs. And just open heifers. If you're looking for some fair projects, got some good open heifers back there. Just should have a really good selection for everybody.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for the big special you've got in Columbus.
Yes, sir. Y'all can call me. My cell is 979-877-4454. The office number is 979-732-2622.
We appreciate you, and we'll talk with you after.
That sounds great, Miss Lane. Y'all have a good day. Hope to see y'all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. I'm down on the farms, Larry Marble. We're here at the kitchen table with Stephen from D&D. Stephen, I understand you've got great things going on in your ropes and roping department.
Yes, sir. So, Larry, we carry Preferred, Shoot Help, and WW roping equipment, and we have way too much here. Your listeners can save up to $500 off select roping shoots while supplies last.
Down on the farm, listeners, while supplies last, you get the discount. Give Stephen a call. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you at D&D.
Just give me a shout at 830-379-7340, extension 160.
We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde. Klein, I know you had a good Christmas. I'm wishing you a Happy New Year. How have you been faring during the time off?
Everything's been well, Larry. Getting a few things caught up and repaired around here. Got to that little cold snap, which was good to do while we didn't have any sales. We got a few lines we got to get fixed under the barn, but overall, we're kind of gearing back up to get ready for starting sales again next Tuesday with sheep and goats.
Good. What do you anticipate that first sale coming back?
You know, that first sale, we've been off for 2 weeks. I think we'll probably have around that 600 to 700. And that cattle sale, we've got a few people calling on it too. So I think some guys will be back ready to get some things moved, and they've had a little time to gather them up. So I think we'll have a pretty good week there to kind of get the market started and get everybody back in the groove.
Good. It sounds like our prices are going to cooperate, do they not?
Yes, sir. I think everything will be really good with where we were when we ended the year. I think we'll start off on a good note. I don't see any reason to be going backwards any. I think if any, we'll be making some gains here in January, kind of way it looks.
How is your grazing looking? I know wheat and oats in some parts of the state turned a little blue and gray. What did y'all's do?
Ours is pretty good. A little bit, there was a little growth. He kind of got shocked a little bit. This dry land stuff, sure needing a little rain now. That cold kind of dried it out pretty good, and our irrigated's coming along well. So overall, I think it's good. It was kind of a short little 3-day deal, and back in the 70s. So I think we'll get some feed growing again and keep on moving.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Klein Spear, for Sheep and Goats Tuesday, Cattle Thursday at Uvalde.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241. If we can be any help, let us know.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We are on the line with Henry Pickett from Abilene Livestock. Henry, I know you had a good Christmas. I hope you have a good New Year. What have you been up to during the holiday?
Oh, we've just been kind of doing repairs and cleaning up and getting ready for the new year. We've had a lot of inquiries and a lot of calls. This market seems to still be pretty steady, and lots of inquiries and a lot of buyers out there anticipating the new year. So we're ready to start the new year, and our first sale will be January 3rd, Tuesday, January 3rd.
And y'all will be accepting cattle over the weekend and into Monday?
Yes, all weekend and Monday.
All right. Have you had any moisture since you and I spoke last?
No, we just had some really cool weather, but not any moisture to speak of. I think toward the end of this week, we've got a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I think 20%, a little bit more as you go up toward y'all through that portion of the country. Henry, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for this next Tuesday sale in Abilene.
Here at the barn, we can be reached at 325-673-7865, or my cell number is 940-733-8208.
We appreciate you, and I will talk with you either before that sale or after the sale.
All right, thank you.
Never This Portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. The location in High. Call Keno at 830-868-0200. That's PMI High. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. Milo, delivered to Corpus Christi in December, March plus 90, $13.80. Progresso, March plus $1, $13.98. Yellow corn to Corpus in December, March plus $2, $8.82 3/4. We'll call Progresso, March plus $2.20, $9.02 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in December, March plus $1.30, $10.12 1/4. And Houston beans, December delivery, Jan less 25, $14.81 1/4. East Texas cotton, 84 bale. West Texas cotton, 854. 938 bale of Texas cotton moved across the great state of Texas. Average price 8176. Neighbor, we're not average. We're the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. All because you're the best darn farm show listener. And we hope you do it again tomorrow on one of our 14 affiliate stations or down on thefarmradio.com. I'm Larry Marble. Good day.